Ready? Start. There is another aspect of the matter which disentitles the appellant from seeking the relief of divorce on the ground of desertion, in this case stop. As desertion in matrimonial cases means the withdrawal of one party from a state of things, that is, a marital status of the party. No party to the marriage can be permitted to allege desertion unless he or she admits that after the formal ceremonies of the marriage, the parties had recognized and discharged the common obligation of the married life, which essentially requires the cohabitation between the parties for the purpose of consummating the marriage stop. Cohabitation by the parties is an essential of a valid marriage, as the object of the marriage is to further the perpetuation of the race by permitting lawful indulgence in passions for procreation of children. Stop. Next para. In other words, there can be no desertion without previous cohabitation by the parties. Stop. The basis for this theory is built upon the recognized position of law in matrimonial matters that no one can desert who does not actively or willfully bring to an end the existing state of cohabitation. Stop. However, such a rule is subject to just exceptions which may be found in a case on the ground of mental or physical incapacity or other peculiar circumstances of the case. Stop. However, the party seeking divorce on the ground of desertion is required to show that he or she was not taking the advantage of his or her own wrong. Stop. Next para. In the instant case, the appellant herself pleaded that there had not been cohabitation between the parties after the marriage stop. She neither assigned any reason nor attributed the non-resumption of cohabitation to the respondent. Stop. From the pleadings and evidence laid in the case, it is apparent that the appellant did not permit the respondent to have cohabitation for consummating the marriage stop. In the absence of cohabitation between the parties, a peculiar state of matrimonial position was never permitted by the appellant to come into existence. Stop. In the present case, in the absence of cohabitation and consummation of marriage, the appellant was disentitled to claim divorce on the ground of desertion. Stop. Next para. No evidence was led by the appellant to show that she was forced to leave the company of the respondent, or that she was thrown away from the matrimonial home, or that she was forced to live separately, and that the respondent had intended animus diserrendi. Stop. There is nothing on record to hold that the respondent had ever declared to bring the marriage to an end or refuses to have cohabitation with the appellant. Stop. As a matter of fact, the appellant is proved to have abandoned the matrimonial home and declined to cohabit with the respondent, thus forbearing to perform the matrimonial obligation. Stop. In any proceedings under the Act where defendant or not, the court would decline to grant relief to the petitioner if it is found that the petitioner was taking advantage of his or her own wrong or disability for the purposes of the relief contemplated under section 23(1) of the Act. Stop. Next para. There is another aspect of the matter which disentitles the appellant from seeking the relief of divorce on the ground of desertion, in this case. Stop. As desertion in matrimonial cases means the withdrawal of one party from a state of things, that is, a marital status of the party. No party to the marriage can be permitted to allege desertion unless he or she admits that after the formal ceremonies of the marriage. Stop. Thank you very much, guys. Try to repeat the matter for your better accuracy, and please subscribe my channel.